Sup everybody, welcome back to 9 Boulevard. My name is Cohen Williams. I'm not here alone. I'm here with the very beautiful, the very gorgeous Mbali Mbamba.
What's up? How you doing?
What are we doing today?
Today, we are doing a classic. We're doing Am I the Asshole? The Reddit where we decide, we judge, we sit here on our moral high ground and we decide whether the person who posted is or is not a complete asshole.
Let's hear it.
Am I the asshole for telling my friend no one cares about her career?
Why would you tell someone that? What is her career?
I don't know. But just off bat, that sounds so mean.
Yeah, like what's the situation?
That sounds so mean. 25 female here in a professional office job. My friend, 25 female, works in a similar field. About 9 months ago, she received a promotion and her job is the only topic she seems to talk about now. Just FYI, I took her out for a celebration dinner when this happened. I understand venting or even boasting about her success. My friend talks only about work now, multiple times a day via text and every time in person. We share many hobbies, but now it seems that this is the only topic of interest for her. It's become exhausting for me, so I decided to open up during dinner last night and make her aware that she talks about work way too much and it honestly disinterests me. I understand our careers consume a lot of our time, but in all honesty, I view work as just something we all have to do. I'm not someone who strives for a life revolving around work. Okay, just a moment. I get what she's saying, but like, if you have a friend, right?
Yeah.
And at this moment in time, this is the most important thing to them. The least you can do is just listen. And then change the subject. And then if she kind of goes back, let her go back. And then change the subject again. It's okay. Like, don't be rude. Am I mean?
I think it depends on the extent that they're doing
No, it seems
at.
like she's going off.
If it's like the only thing you talk about.
She's literally said it's like they don't even talk about other things anymore. It's the only conversation.
Why? Are we work friends? Like, why?
I feel like, sometimes people go through periods in their life. Like right now, if you probably like run into me, I will speak about other things. But like my main topic of conversation is baby and pregnancy. It's just that that's the only thing that's running in my head right now, currently. And if somebody came up to me and was like, no one cares about this, right? I would be like, oh, but I care. Like, I care about it right now, So I feel like maybe there was a more delicate way of saying it that no one cares.
But I feel like if it's like a thing, it's like a constant thing. Okay, yes, you got your promotion. Well done, congratulations. Now you have probably more work. She's probably more stressed about everything.
Yes.
So she wants to vent a lot,
yes.
Right? But there's a point where you kind of need to stop and move on. Like if we're meeting up, you can be like, oh, how's work? Oh, it's this,
Yeah.
And then we move on.
We don't
we
just
start
carry
talking about
on.
other things.
I hear
you don't text me now after we've left each other and you're like, actually, what is so much that you have to talk about? Like,
a lot.
What?
He's going through changes. There's a lot happening
it's like
right
she's
now.
thinking out loud.
Yeah, pretty much. Her immediate reaction was to tell me that I'm jealous. I was taken aback since that's not what the issue is at all. And I was trying to word it to her that it's disappointing our conversations are only about work now. We went back and forth for a bit and she ended up telling me her career success brings out a lot of pride and she thought I'd be happy about her success. I told her that I understand, but at this point I feel like I'm working there 8 hours. I feel like I'm working there 8 hours with her. She told me that if I was in a higher position, I'd get... Oh, why it's such an important topic for her. I finally blurted out, to be honest, no one cares about your career like you do, and that's just how it is. She remained silent until the waiter brought back her credit card and she left dinner abruptly. Am I the asshole for saying that?
She must know so many details about her job.
That she feels that
she's working there. Like,
with
I know everything that you're going through at this point at work.
So the verdict here is that she's not an asshole, right?
I don't think she's an asshole.
I think they're both assholes.
I think it's important to set boundaries. And
True.
if you feel like someone is overstepping your boundaries and they're just going on and on about something that you're not interested in, something that doesn't really affect you. I mean, you can only show so much empathy and sympathy towards someone and what they're going through.
That's why I.
And then eventually, it's like, okay, cool. Okay.
I've seen people who are obsessed with things, like obsessed, and can't talk about anything else. And even if I'm not interested in the thing, right, I'll at least try a little bit. I get maybe she was frustrated. And I feel like there's a better way of saying it. Why I'm saying that they're both assholes is, one, the friend is also on some, you're jealous of me. If you were in a better position, you would understand the frustration.
Which also doesn't make sense.
That's mean.
Because
That's
it's not like a bunch of CEOs or a bunch of whatever.
Yeah.
When they sit together, all they do is talk about work.
Yeah, they're friends.
I don't think so.
Also, this one is kind of an asshole because, like, I feel like she got attacked because, like, she was saying, okay, maybe she said, dude, can we talk about something else? You're always talking about this thing. And then she came up with the, oh, you're jealous, whatever.
Yeah.
And then she felt attacked. And then she was like, okay, but no one cares about your career more than you do. Like, okay, come on, let's calm down, let's relax a little bit.
So you could have said it more politely, you think?
I think she could have said, hey, I'm very proud of you. If you like, you know how I am.
It's
a sandwich.
It's been 9 months.
Start a sandwich. You know my sandwich?
Has it been 9 months?
Yeah, I think it has been 9 months.
So is this the celebratory dinner or is it?
No, I think that
else?
this is another time.
This is another
so
dinner.
we had a dinner.
So we celebrated. So we passed the congratulations. Now, how long must I congratulate you?
You're not congratulating.
9 months.
You're not congratulating. Yes, but congratulating me for 9 months. Objective.
How long am I congratulating
no,
you, my
like
girl?
you know how when I say, like, I really feel like everything should be in a sandwich. Like, especially when you're criticizing something, you have to start off with, I'm really proud of you. Good job on your promotion, and I'm really happy that you're having these experiences and all of these things for you, right? But I would prefer it if sometimes when we can speak about other things other than work. I understand that your job is very important to you and you're going through a lot, but can we maybe just talk about, I don't know, boys or like nails or something random every once in a while? And if you're not comfortable with that, now that's the bottom of the sandwich, then maybe we should also talk to other people some other time and then come back when we're ready to do that. Do you understand? Like, that's
True.
A better way to...
Also, with that, I feel like that is an important thing, that sometimes in your life, other people are not where you are at that moment.
Yes.
And they cannot entertain you the way that you want to be entertained at that moment. So it's almost like, say, for example, a Mr. Beast, all he talks about is YouTube.
Yeah.
And he's always just on
and now
about YouTube,
you wanted your friends to come to be like, no one cares about YouTube. Like, I would...
And like, you were used to talking about other things with this person, but now they've leveled up. They are on another playing field. I think they should be with people on the same playing field as they are to communicate this thing.
That's what I'm saying. Go and talk to other people,
Yeah.
and then when you want to talk about other things, then I'm the friend for that.
Also, this person needs to compartmentalize and understand, okay, this is the friend that I talk about this with, this is a friend that I talk about this with. I'm sure she has work friends.
She has to have work friends
who understand exactly what she's talking about.
Go talk
and
to them.
Dive deeper and share their side of it, even give her advice. But this friend is not for that.
It's not the friend for
This
that.
friend is for the vibes.
It's for the energies. Let's read some comments. They're saying, not the asshole. Just imagine, folks, that this was two moms who both have kids. The one mom wants adult conversation and doesn't involve children since they're around the children 8 hours a day, but the other friend can only ever talk about the children via text, in person, FaceTime. If you say, hey, let's talk about something else, no one's gonna love your kids as much as it's true. Okay, but like, they call you jealous. I mean, it is true. I understand. That's what I'm saying. It's true. Like, even her, like, saying that she doesn't want to talk about this job so much, it's true. It's annoying. Calling her jealous, that's not true either. Like, she just doesn't want to talk about this thing right now. My point is, even with that mom who's always talking about her kids and all that kind of stuff, I would still say the same thing of, I'm here for you, I got you. I'm a party friend. We can talk about turn up. If you want to talk about your babies, maybe we should have it like a little bit, and then afterwards we talk about something else, because I'm not there.
The person has to regulate themselves. You can't just be talking about the same thing over and over again as a human being. And also, if you feel like now you have to restrict yourself and you can't say what you want to say to your friend, I'm speaking now from the worker's point of view, then you need to go find a friend that you can speak freely about your work to. Because she's probably now after this going to feel like, okay, I can't say what happened at work. She won't even like do the little bare minimum that she's supposed to do, because she's going to think, oh, now I'm bringing up work again.
But that's okay. Like, it's okay for you to have that thought process in your mind, I feel. You should have a filter. That's why your brain is there. Use your filter. I say everyone sucks, he says, not the asshole. Am I the asshole for telling my friend her personality is the reason why not many people like her? We're already starting very strong with these, just that titles. People being too honest with their friends. My friend and I are both in our early 20s. She's been depressed because she doesn't have many friends. I decided to be honest with her when she brought it up, and I told her it's because of a lot of things she does. For starters, she has a habit of asking you to hang out and then cancelling at the very last minute. A friend from our group even drove 25 minutes to pick her up, and then she straight up cancelled right when she showed up at her place because she suddenly felt like not hanging out that day and wanted to take a nap. 25 minutes. I drove to pick you up for 25 minutes and you want to take a nap? Not even for serious things. You know what? I'm getting mad at just being the friend. You know how expensive petrol is? I'm sorry. She also has a habit of asking people to hang out with her at the last minute and then getting upset if they say no. But you... She texted me at midnight asking if I wanted to go out, and then I told her no, it's too late. Then she proceeded to post on Facebook about how she's always alone and doesn't have any friends. She does this anytime someone says that they couldn't hang out, even though she usually asks to hang out last minute. It's impossible to find a place to hang out with her because she always changes where she wants to meet up. Whenever we go to a restaurant, she complains about everything on the menu and orders multiple meals because she's never satisfied with what she orders. But then she expects to split the bill equally, despite being the one who racked up most of it. Who is this girl? Who is this girl? She also spends the whole time scrolling through her phone and gets upset if anyone else in the group talks to each other because it makes her feel left out, even though if no one did talk, it would just be awkward silence with her on her phone. She asked my opinion and I said the way she acts is the reason why a lot of people no longer wants to deal with her, and she got really upset with me and called me unsupportive. Am I the asshole here? No!
She's the asshole. Clearly, I don't even have a leg to stand on. She's just an asshole.
There's so many things wrong with this. First of all, it's the nap. The nap already took me out. That was like the first incident. No, I'm not coming because what? A nap. Not even like I don't feel good. Not even like I have a paper to write. Not even anything. And then getting upset with people after literally you just cancelled me for a nap, and now you want to hang out. Now I must just. Okay, I'm coming, sweetie. That's not even the cherry on top of the cake.
What's the cherry on top, baby?
Imagine somebody ordering multiple food items on the menu and then expecting me to
split equally.
The audacity.
It's the entitlement for me.
It's the audacity for me.
Like everything that you just read is just dumb. No. You're just point blank an asshole. Fully.
Like the friend. The friend is completely an asshole.
The friend is completely the asshole.
Her calling you unsupportive is like an addict telling somebody that they're not supportive of them when their addiction is causing them trouble. There's this person, they're a vampire and they just want to take and never give. Your friend group will be happier without her. I agree. The friend group does not need her. Am I the asshole for taking my 3-year-old son on vacation without his dad? How would you feel?
I'm very sad.
No. Never do that. Wow, she's married too. Sorry, I thought maybe it was like a baby mama situation, you know. I'm a married mother and I took my 3-year-old on a 2-night local trip without his dad. My son, who is 3, had never gotten along with his dad.
How does a 3-year-old not get along with their dad?
I don't. Let's just carry on reading. I'm the gentle parent who helps identity, emotions, comforts him, and I'm also a stay-at-home mom. My husband is the harsh one. He gets impatient, has anxiety, raises his voice, but has never hit my son as far as I know. If my son cries or has a hard time, he will yell, "Stop crying," with no effort to help him work through his feelings. He also tends to ignore my son most of the time and is always on his phone. My son has a meltdown every day when my husband comes home from work. He listens for footsteps when he's in the house and freaks out when he's coming or tries to hide. He tells me he doesn't like daddy and wishes daddy lived in a different house. Oh, my heart's breaking. He's always in fight or flight mode when he's home. He does like other people and enjoys playing with his teachers at school, some of my cousins and his friends, so he's not typically afraid of other adults. The last time my husband was home for 2 weeks on personal time off a few months ago, my son had a breakdown every day after about the 8th day. I told my husband in future 2 weeks of him home is too much for our son, and I said try 1 week instead, or suggested he take a trip with his friends or solo so that this doesn't happen again. Well, he decided to work from home for a week and take another week for personal time off. I suggested to my husband again that he take a trip on his own for a few days. He refused and said, "Why don't you go?" So I did. I decided after 5 days with my son having anxiety attacks that he needed a break. I booked a local trip for 2 nights, Monday to Wednesday, so my son would have a short vacation with me and relax. I already saw so much improvement and happiness in the first hours. He had no tantrums the whole time. Meanwhile, my husband was home angry, texting me about how I'm breaking up the family and that I need to tell my son that vacations are not fun without dad and that I should not have gone without him. He was saying how I'm the reason his son hates him because I probably tell him bad things I don't, and that because I'm a stay-at-home mom and very close with my son, that's the reason he's always saying he doesn't like his dad. My husband says every time my son says he doesn't like daddy, I should respond with "daddy loves you," and that's not okay to say. Instead, I tell him it's okay to share his feelings and that he can always tell me the truth. I have been also asking him to share the reasons and validate him that it's okay to have body boundaries. One of the things is that his dad will pick him up or try to touch him without his consent. And I'm trying to set him up for telling me now and in the future if anyone violates his boundaries, and that his mama will always listen to him and validate his feelings.
Clearly, this kid is kind of abused.
Yeah, emotionally.
He sounds like just like a narcissist, man. Like, why?
Yeah.
Why don't you build a relationship with your son
without being a horrible person towards your son? Don't yell at him.
Because a 3-year-old is not just not gonna like somebody.
Especially the boy to his dad.
That's my thing. That's your hero. Type of
Yeah.
thing. So if you're walking on eggshells and you have meltdowns and you're scared and you're listening to footsteps. That means you've been traumatized. Why is the kid traumatized? Why don't we address that? Why don't we try and fix your relationship with your son? Why don't you try and be there for your son in a different way than the way that you're being there for your son right now?
I'm sorry, this is not even in everyone's
That's why I'm
side.
saying I feel like it's a narcissist thing, because I don't think he sees what he's doing to his son, so now he feels like his son is just being taken away from him. I understand why she would want to remove her son. I would remove my son completely from that situation, because who wants to have a traumatized kid?
This part where when he says he doesn't like daddy, I should respond with, daddy loves you and it's not okay to say. Why are we now invalidating the child's feelings? That's part of the problem.
That's why I'm saying the father should be having these conversations with the son, figuring out, okay, why don't you like me? And then try and fix that.
This is a wild
Because you cannot force the kid to like you.
You can't force the kid.
You are obviously doing something to make the kid not like you.
You can't force anybody to like anyone. And I've seen a lot of parents try to do that. Like, when somebody's like, I'm not comfortable, I don't like this person. They're like, oh, you have to like them. They're your brother. They're your sister, they're your aunt, their uncle. I don't like them, period. I should be allowed to feel the way that I feel.
Because clearly, dude, there's a reason why this kid is acting this way. And as a father, I feel like you should want to do better.
You should want your child to be comfortable.
The mother can't implant
feelings.
This ideology in the kid just because you're at work and they're at home with the kid all day, and they're like, oh, your father's bad, your father's bad, your father's bad. Your father comes home and he's the sweetest person in the world.
Yeah,
how are you gonna say?
Even as the kid, you'd be like, why is my mom such a liar?
Yeah, you'd be playing with your dad, you're having fun, you're resting, you're having a good time, you're laughing, you're giggling. What your mother said doesn't make sense.
It doesn't correlate.
So it's not that. You can't just think that as a person. Like a 3-year-old child is very impartial.
Kids at that age are feeding off of the energy you're giving them.
That's it. It comes from you. You set the precedent as the adult, as the parent, any adult.
But everyone's an asshole, except your son. Why are you still with this man if he's clearly abusive?
That's what I'm saying.
That's the point that
I would have removed them completely.
Yeah. In this specific situation, this specific scenario, the mom did the best that she could do without having to leave the husband completely. So I don't feel like she's the asshole. She just needed to remove him.
As a dad, if you don't walk into the door and say, I'm home, and these kids come
running. We used to wait, we would hear his backing from the gate, and we would stand by the door, on some, okay, who's going hug first, because who doesn't want their dad around like that? Who doesn't want that energy? Because dad energy is the best energy, and especially when your dad is actually supportive and cool.
Even as a father, that would hurt me. That would break my heart.
No.
Why are you so scared of me, bruh?
Yeah, it would never happen. Your kid's gonna love you more than me.
They have to love me. Unless the mother implants hate.
How dare I? How dare I?
Conclusion? You're the asshole.
Aww.
Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Bye!
Did he roll away? You also rolled away, right? Bye, guys.